Am I the asshole for embarrassing my cousin because she left me to possibly die in a fire? Let's get fucking serious, okay?
Okay, all right.
This one is insane. It's not funny. It's actually terrifying.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I read this one too, and I'm so fucking pissed that you got it.
I'll try to keep this concise. This took place a year ago, but has come to the surface now. My grandmother liked to make tamales, and she would make them for days before an event. My mother, myself, my grandmother, my aunt, my cousin's 2 children were at the house. My mom, aunt, and grandmother were all making tamales and had been for 3 days straight. For those who don't know, you make tamales by placing a corn mixture onto corn husks along with the filling, and then you wrap it all up and boil to cook. This is where the issue began. I'm not sure who did it, but someone, grandmother or aunt, left towels on the stove which caught fire.
Jesus.
I was in the bathroom having a shower. Mom was on the couch having a nap. From what I was told, cousin and aunt were at the kitchen table 10 feet from the stove, and grandmother was in her bedroom with the kids.
Okay.
I was getting out of the shower when I started to smell something terrible. My eyes were stinging, and I could hear my mom talking, but it was muffled. She banged on the door, told me to stay put, and that she was opening the windows and door to let out the smoke. She ran outside and found everyone else standing in the driveway. She went outside to talk to everyone. She was angry because she had been running through the house looking for everyone in the smoke.
Yeah.
And was told that cousin had smelled the smoke and got everyone out. Everyone except me and my mother.
What the fuck? How? Okay. So that's okay. Why? If you're going to get everyone besides...
If you're asking why, you're not going to find an answer to that question.
God damn it.
Relevant details. They had to walk past mom 3 times to get everyone out.
I just don't want to disturb her nap, you know?
That's
That's fucking insane, dude.
No one turned off the stove or even attempted to put out the fire. This is not even the craziest part.
This is still crazy, though.
It is insane, yes. They didn't tell either of us that there was a fire, leaving us in the house to possibly succumb to smoke.
Oh my god. Because that's what's going to actually kill you. It's not the fire. It's
the smoke.
The asphyxiation, yeah.
This is the most insane part of this.
Yeah.
They hadn't bothered to call the fire department.
What?
So apparently they were just expecting the fire to burn itself out or something while they stood outside.
That's...
With 2 people in there.
Yeah.
That's
the
fucking
fire's
crazy.
Gonna spread.
That's
if it gets
crazy.
bad enough, it's gonna fucking spread.
And like I understand like being frozen maybe in the moment.
Dude, having a fucking like gas stove or something like just continuously going. It's
with the amount of people that were there and were out, there's a good chance someone could have called the fire department.
Yeah. You got listen.
Someone needs to call the fire department.
Someone needs to fucking call. Oh, okay. Dude, I wonder if that's the reason why, like, around our apartment complex, it's like, hey, if you have to pull the fire alarm, call 911 also.
Well, yes.
Like,
yes. That is genuinely, you call everyone.
Yeah, like, you got to get everyone out.
Yeah. Like, when I was living in a house, we had like a alarm system where you press a button and it calls each individual thing. So like the police, the fire department, and like a emergency, like,
oh shit,
ambulance.
Yeah.
And my parents were always like, if there's any sort of burglary, fire, like any sort of emergency, press all 3 because who knows who's gonna get there first? Because sometimes in whatever area the cops take forever.
Yeah.
Like if you're in fucking LA.
Yeah,
the cops don't show up for like hours.
Yeah, so
even
like
around here, if it's like a car accident, sometimes cops don't show up for hours.
Yeah,
they just expect you to wait.
True.
And like, so sometimes you have to like go to like call an ambulance first,
just so they could actually get someone to
help you.
Jesus.
Because if time is of the essence, then that's the most important part.
Why wouldn't you call the fire department?
That's the most insane thing.
You gotta,
and no one else. That's crazy.
Listen. Getting the fire under control and not calling the fire department, you probably should still call the fire department, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you should.
But like, still, also no attempt to get rid of the fire.
Yeah.
Letting it, quote, burn itself out.
And leaving you guys in there. Like, I don't know if I would go back in. Right?
Yeah.
But also, like, I think I would make it a Like, just because, like, what if they don't know that, like, the mom, like, she doesn't know that you guys are out.
Like, Jesus, man. God, that's wild. Yeah.
It took 4 hours to get all the fumes and smoke out and for us to stop having our eyes burn whenever we went back inside. All of this is to get to the point that my grandmother died recently and left the house to my mother. My cousin has recently gotten divorced and was under the impression that we would not be moving into that house. When we told her we would, she asked if she could live with us, and we told her in front of other family members, no, because we didn't trust her not to, one, set another fire.
Yeah.
Parentheses, she's caused at least 3 in her lifetime.
Yeah, I forgot about reading that part. Yeah.
Because she doesn't know how to deal with grease fires. And 2...
What? Oh, God. Oh, are they pouring fucking water on it? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh,
and
Jesus.
2, to be helpful in an emergency.
Yeah.
I told her she had failed on a basic level to react to an emergency, and I didn't want to live with someone who might burn the house down while I was at the grocery store, simply because she doesn't know how to perform basic fire prevention. So I need to know, am I the asshole for embarrassing my cousin and for denying her a place to live?
No, man.
3 is too many.
Yeah, 3's too many. Like, 1, I can understand. Like, mistakes happen, right?
Well, and also, like, if you're like, yeah, listen, I had 3 fires in my lifetime and they were all accidental, I would be a little sus, but I would be like, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't live with you.
Yeah.
I would be judging, and maybe I'm an asshole for that, but I'll be an asshole.
Right,
fine.
Yeah.
Sure, you could judge me, dude.
But, like...
But if they're grease fires and they're all preventable fires, that's wild.
That towel one was fucking
That's preventable.
wild. That's for sure. Just don't put stuff on the stove.
There's so many other elements into stopping fires.
Yeah. Like, because the fucking I guess a lot of people don't know how fire works.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like, the idea that's just gonna burn itself out is such a ridiculous idea.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, thankfully it did without burning the house down, but
right.
I wouldn't, like, oh God, fucking... Yeah, if we had a fire on our stove, I would imagine the house is going to burn, like the apartment complex.
Well, that's why the fire, like the emergency fire shit is outside, because we have to get the entire building out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what would need to happen.
Yeah, so it's like
my first thought, cats.
Yeah.
Like, try to get the cats out, just for us in general.
Yeah, all the living creatures are out first, and then if we are able to, like...
Well, our neighbors right across, they have a disabled son.
Yeah, shit.
So that would be my second thing.
Yeah.
And luckily we're on the first floor. I know they say, like, so I've had friends that have been ESE teachers, and they've told me that when you have, like, a kid that's in, like, a wheelchair, specifically wheelchair, like, and they're immobile, like, and there's at the top of a stairs, you have to leave them.
Fucking really?
Yeah, and it's really fucked up. I know nothing about how to help people wheelchair bound. In emergency services, that seems fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
But that is how they are legitimately taught in emergencies.
That's wild.
Yeah, I know.
Because also I think there's stuff now, and I'm not sure how good they are, but I know like there are things that like people put on staircases. I've seen them before where like it's like I guess a little platform or something that's able to go down, but it's not there during regular use. I
mean, that's why things need to be accessible, honestly.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's one of the main, that's what it should be. But my second thought is our neighbor that has, our neighbors, secondly, that might need help, and letting them know, because since we're in a building, it's not just us that is impacted by the fires.
Everyone from one side to the other even, Yeah.
Which is why it's important to be aware of your fucking surroundings, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, holy shit.
That's why it's crazy. Like, putting stuff on the stove while you're cooking is fucking... While you're cooking, crazy. Even, like, off stove, like, sometimes I get a little worried, like...
No, I get that, too.
Like, oh, God, today's gonna be the day there's, like, a short, and it's, like, just gonna burn everything on the stove.
Yeah.
But also, like, I mean, I don't know how it would react in a fire. Like, I know that we're lucky that we are provided fucking fire extinguishers.
Oh,
which honestly should be, if it's not already, that should be something that everyone,
And they, like, change them every 30 days, too.
Or every couple months. They check on them, God. 3 fires?
3 fires in your life?
Yeah, I wouldn't want you living with me either.
3 preventable grease fires?
Yeah.
You're not an asshole.
Okay. Technically speaking.
Also, just assuming that they're going to live in this house is also crazy to me.
Yeah, okay. Technically speaking, I've caused 1 fire in this apartment.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. Listen,
it was like a literal cooking fire that went away immediately.
Yeah, it did went away immediately, but I immediately was like, all right, stove's off.
That's not a fire.
Yeah.
That's not... That's
there were flames for a millisecond.
Literally 1 point of a second. A fire is like... If that's the case, I've caused 17,000 fires. Like...
No, that's fair, yeah. I will say, ironically, though, this is now a good excuse for me to say I need to check the stove because I think I've been seeing fucking sparks underneath it.
Makes sense. We have to clean it.
We might need to clean it, yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's I think this is a good lesson. If you aren't already aware of fire prevention shit,
you
get
should
on
learn.
it. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I feel like we're sounding like we're professionals. We are not.
We're not. No. But
if any firefighters, fire people that have expertise in this, go ahead, go down in the comments.
Tell people what to do. Yeah. But also, don't fucking. I would not want to live with this person.
I'm not gonna judge you.
I don't trust them at all.
Are you kidding me?
If they get everyone besides you, I would feel attacked. I would feel personally
should be like attempted murder.
That should be like
3 times.
Running back and
waking
forth.
up like, oh shit, she's just napping.
Yeah.
Like that's at the very least, it's like criminal negligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because also, like, I think people sometimes just assume people will wake up if they feel a fire or start inhaling smoke. No, that's not fucking true at all.
And like, I do understand trying to get the kids out first.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen,
that's great.
I'm fine with you getting people out and running back and forth in, but leaving the mom and leaving the person in the shower.
In the shower? Like, they obviously don't know. Because they're in a shower.
If the fire fucking starts spreading and it gets the doorknob, like, hot.
You can't leave.
Yeah, you can't fucking leave. Like, even if you get the fucking, like, towel and you try to, like, crawl out, yeah, it's still gonna be at least... Who fucking knows, man? Fire is scary, and I get it, but, like, come on. Come on. You gotta, like...
You have to at least figure out. Knock on the door.
Yeah, be like, hey, fire.
Fire, get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raise an alarm, dude.
Yeah.
Were there smoke detectors in this house?
Were there alarms? I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because, like...
Did the smoke detectors fail? What happened?
That's... Jesus.
More information.
Check your smoke alarms, everybody.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, don't live with this person.
No, I wouldn't want to.
I think we lost the plot, but I think it's just wild that there's a bunch of fires happening in this family.
Yeah, like, I don't know. When I was a kid, too, they were like, okay, so what if you are a kid and there's a fire happening in your house? Like, I don't know if you ever had this.
I think I had this talk at some point with someone. I don't remember who.
I remember in elementary school, they did, like, really intense, like, if there is a fire in your house, which I think is really funny. It wasn't like school based, like what happens if there's a fire at school, like what happens if it's in your literal house. And I wonder if it's about that spontaneous combustion lady, because we realized, both of us, that we were, as children, heavily influenced by the lady that's quote unquote spontaneously combusted.
Yeah.
When really she was just smoking a cigarette while on oxygen, right?
I don't remember. I don't
remember.
Yeah.
But that was like, oh shit, people can just explode and catch on fire.
Yeah, so how are we gonna, what do we do in that situation?
Everyone was freaking out talking about
super
fire
common
prevention.
situation, yeah.
Yeah, that hasn't happened since. And, that I haven't heard of it happening since.
I feel that, yeah. I don't know, man. Well, I also know that, like, early, like, and that's why there's so many, like, fire, like, prevention things now with, like, Christmas lights, where there's that fear of, like, you put a bunch of lights on something, it gets super hot on the Christmas tree, and then fire. Which apparently is not as common anymore. Apparently there's more likely to be a fault at the socket now, is what it is, because there's now, like, they put, like, fuses inside Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Something they don't do for extension cords, so fucking keep that in mind too.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, isn't electricity fun and fires not scary at all?
I will say, like, when I was a kid, I feel like maybe 3 out of 10 times of me plugging something in, there was a visible spark. And now I don't see that shit ever.
Yeah, I don't see that a lot either. Yeah. God. Educate yourself about fire. Okay.
Man, we're old.
We're old, dude.
Yeah.
Fire needs 3 things. Say them down below. That's your test, everybody. That's your...